Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Arch with Imran. I'm Imran. I hope you guys are having a great day, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I turn these contour lines into this topography in Rhino. Really quickly, please go check out the brand new Discord in our description. There'll be loads of advice on there, tips and tricks, and you can ask myself and other students questions, and there'll be notifications for when we get new uploads. So please go check it out. Now, let's get into the video. So guys, here we are in Rhino. Now, here I have my contour lines. Now, if you want to know how to get contour lines, I'll have a video here in the card to show you how you can download them off Digimaps. And don't worry, if you guys don't have Digimaps and you're not in the UK, I have an alternative video coming soon. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my top view. Now, hopefully, if you've downloaded your contour lines, they all should be connected lines. But first, if they aren't, I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. So all of these are connected lines, and they all should say closed curve in the properties. Now, if I pick this one, we'll find that they're not closed curves. So what we need to do is we need to join them so it's a solid curve. We're going to select it and we're going to hit join. Now, this says open curve, which means one of these lines is not connected. So just to double check, we're going to type CRVEND. And what this will do is it will create a point if there's a break in our curve. Now, I'm just going to zoom into this point and we're just going to connect it. So I'm going to click on this line and I'm just going to drag it and put it here and it should snap. And now if you click on it in the properties, it should say closed curve. Okay. So now to do the actual surface, we're going to be using the patch tool. But if I double click on top and go back to our viewpoint, we can see in the front and right elevations that it's all the same height. So we need to fix this first. Now, if you have downloaded these from the internet, they should have the different heights on each line. I know they should do if you have Digimaps. Now, I've deleted mine, but I have them on a layer on a separate screen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into perspective and I'm going to change the height of each of these lines. Now, keep in mind, I said there need to be closed curves, but if it's on the edge, it doesn't matter if it's an open curve. This is because we're going to cut where this is. Now, we have this point here that we've just joined. I'm going to go onto my data above, and I'm going to work out the height. Now, this is a height of 0, so we can leave that as it is. Now, after looking at the data, this point here is one of the highest on the maps, and it's 5,000. So first what we need to do is we need to make sure we have the gumball tool on. That are these 3 green arrows. Now to turn this off and on, we're going to hit in the toolbar down here at the bottom, gumball, and you simply just click it on and off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on this blue arrow up here as it's our Z axis, which is height, and we're going to click on it and we can input a value. Now we're just going to type 5,000 and hit enter. And now you can see if we go onto our front, it's a different height to the rest of the contour lines. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go through and do this to each line, and I'm going to time lapse it while I do it. Now, one thing's really important. You can also do this in a negative direction. So for example, this contour line here is at negative 5,000. So we can do the same, and we're just going to type negative 5,000, and you should see it'll go down. So there we go. If you double click on perspective and we go back to our front and right, you can see the different heights. Now it's already looking like a topography. Now, as I said earlier, we're going to be using the patch tool. Now, you can patch this line work, but you'll get a more rigid curve, and it may look good on specific models, but we want it to be really realistic and smooth. So instead of patching the contour lines, we're going to be patching the points. So really quickly, what are points? Points are these dots that appear at every intersection of 2 different lines. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to select it all and turn them on. So we're going to do we're going to do points, and we're going to choose points on. Now this will, if we select all of our objects, this will make all of the points in this object visible. Okay, so now all of our points are visible, we're going to want to select them. We're going to do cell, which allows you to select a number of different objects, and we're going to type PT to select all of the points. Now, I mentioned before we're going to be using the patch tool, so I'm also going to type patch. And here we have the patch surface options. Now, default, I believe these will be on 1010, and if you hit preview, you can see the kind of curve it will make. Now, we want something more detailed and we want it to look more realistic. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the U and V spans. Now what this does is it puts more data lines through the surface. So I'm going to put this on 50. I'm going to put this on 50. I'm going to hit preview again. Now, as you can see, there are a lot more intersecting lines and the shape is much better shown through these points. I'm pretty happy with this, so I'm just going to hit OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change our view to shaded so we can see it. Now, as you can see, we have a really nice surface texture. Now I'm going to make a new layer called surface. And we're going to select this topography and we're going to put it onto there. And I've just hidden all the line work. So as you can see, we have our curve. Now, due to the way the data works, we have some of these high points here. So what we're going to do is, you saw the box we had before, we're going to use that to cut out the object. Now, really quick thing to remember, if you have text on your contour lines, you want to delete the text, because when we do select point, it will select all of the points in the text. And therefore, when you do that, it will have random lumps in your final topography. Now, the last thing we're going to do to this is we're going to trim off the edges. As you can see, due to the data, the edges have gone a bit crazy, but as you saw before, we have a border of where we wanted to cut it. I'm going to turn on my border again, and I've just hidden the points by doing points off. We're going to go on our border, we're going to right click it, and we're going to go select objects. This will select our border line, and we're going to use the trim tool. Now, as you can see, we have trim here, and we're going to select the outside of this. What this will do is it will cut the terrain down to this square. As you can see, we have a really nice terrain that you can now superimpose a model into. Now guys, that is all we have time for today. Hopefully you found this video helpful. As always, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, leave any requests in the comments. I'll see what I can do, and I'll catch you guys in another video.